today? Today I'm going to show you how to make these earrings. These earrings are called the Twinkle Twinkle Earrings and they're made with Rounduo beads. These are not very hard to make, but I would say it's a medium project because we need to go through the beads several times and it can be a little hard maybe to go through with your needle. So for beginners this may be a little bit too hard, but I would say a medium project. So the materials we will need. We're going to use wildfire and I'm using this in 0.15 millimeters in white. You can choose between white, green or black, and I'm using white because I think those fit the best with my beads. I'm going to use 11 Miyuki seed beads. I'm going to use two 4mm bicones, and this is just embellishment on top of the earring, so you can use any kind of 4mm bead. We're going to use two 8mm round beads, and I happen to use a pearl. You can use any other kind of 8mm bead. We're going to use 20 Rounduo beads, and I'm using this in Crystal Full Labrador. So this is the silver color of the Rounduo beads. So we use 20, so we're going to use 10 of each in each earring. We're going to use a needle, and I'm going to use a size 12 needle. You can also try a size 10, but it's going to be a little bit tight. I'm using this cutter, and this is from Beadsmith. You can get this cutter, and it is very easy if you have wildfire or fireline. I'm going to use two size 6mm rings, and I'm just having one here because I already attached the other one. So two size 6mm rings and a pair of ear hooks. And you're going to use a pair of pliers. For this tutorial we're going to start with threading our needle with about half an arm span of wildfire. Half an arm span is about from the tips of your fingers to the other shoulder. So half an arm span is literally like half the span from your fingertips to your fingertips. So about half you will have enough. We're going to start with the base of this earring. So we're going to start with the part where the pearl hides between the seed beads. We're going to start with picking up 5 Rounduo beads with 2 seed beads in between. So we're going to pick up 2 seed beads and 1 Rounduo bead. 2 seed beads, 1 Rounduo bead, 2 seed beads, 1 Rounduo bead, and I'm going to slide them down in between. I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, 1 Rounduo bead, 2 seed beads, and 1 Rounduo bead. We're not going to end with 2 seed beads because we already picked those up in the beginning. So we don't need the extra seed beads as we would have 4 in between, and that's not the way we want it. We're going to pick up our work, and now I'm going to stick my needle where the tail is. So I'm going to go through the first 2 seed beads. Oh, sorry. Like this, and I'm going to pull it. Now as you can see we form a little shape here. What we're going to do, we're going to reinforce this 2 times. So we're going through the next bottom hole of the next Rounduo bead, through the next 2 seed beads, and we're going to repeat this all the way until we come out here again. And then we're going to do this one more time again. So you're going through the beads 2 more times. You're going to end after these 2 seed beads. So this is your beginning point, and we're going to end next to those 2 seed beads. Now as you can see I ended in the 2 seed beads, and now we're ready to attach our pearl in the middle. So we're going to attach our pearl in the middle. As you can see we're going to capsule it with beads later. So if you see a little bit of thread, don't worry, because we're going to make sure that we don't see that anymore. We're going to pick up our pearl and slide it down, and now we're going through the bottom hole of the opposite Rounduo. So we're coming out of the seed beads, but we're going through the bottom hole of the opposite Rounduo, like this, and pull. Make sure that your pearl is nice in the middle. Wiggle it a little around if you need so, and give it a gentle tug. Then we're going back through the pearl again. So just through the hole of the pearl to the opposite side. And make sure that you give this a gentle tug also. Then we're going through those 2 seed beads again. Like this. I couldn't do that in one time, so I just did one and then the other, like this. And now we're going to do this one more time again. So we're going through the pearl, we're going through the bottom hole of the Rounduo, and then we're going back through the seed beads until we come out here. And now I attach the pearl securely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads, like this. And I'm going through these next 2 seed beads. It may that you have to wiggle this around a little bit because we went through the seed beads already a few times. But don't worry, as long as your seed bead is not going to break, you're okay. Like this. So we're added now 3 seed beads in between the seed beads, between the Rounduo beads. So this is coming over our Rounduo bead. We're going to repeat this all around. So we're going to pick up 3 more seed beads and then go through the next 2 seed beads, pick up 3 more seed beads and go through the next 2 seed beads. We're going to do this all around until we are at the end where we started this row again. Okay, now I've added all the beads and we're going to add the next row. What we're going to do, we're going to step up through the first 2 seed beads of the row of 3 and pull. And now we're going to pick up 2 seed beads. And I'm going through the the middle seed bead of the row of 3. So I'm coming out of the middle seed bead and I'm going through the next middle seed bead of the row of 3. So the next row of 3 and pull. In this way, I'm going to show you that on the one I already made, we're going to close up the work here. So make sure that you only go through that 3rd seed bead of the row of 3. We're going to repeat this all around and then we're going to reinforce it. So first repeat it all around and then I'm going to show you how we reinforce this. So now I added all the beads and I ended in the 3rd seed bead, so the middle seed bead of the row of 3. So that's not the 3rd, sorry, that's the middle seed bead of the row of 3. Now be careful that you didn't also take the seed bead that is underneath that with you, because we started in that way. We just needed to end in that middle seed bead of the row of 3. Now we're going to reinforce this. So what we're going to do, we're going through the next 3 seed beads. So that's the 2 seed beads we added and 1 of the middle seed beads. And then we're going to pull. And we're going to do this all around. So we're just going to make sure that this is secure and that all the beads line up very well. Like this. And I'm going to do this now one more time again. So our thread is coming out of this side. So this is our tail and that is coming out of that side. And I'm going to step up for 1 more because we added here the pearl. So here we added the pearl, so we went through these seed beads a little bit too much already. So I don't want to go through these seed beads again and maybe wreck them in any way. So what we're going to do now, we're going through the next 2 seed beads. So we're not going through that last seed bead also, that is the middle seed bead of the row of 3. And then we're going to go down, so down through the next seed bead. That would be like the first seed bead of the row of 3. Like this. And pull. And now we're going through the bottom hole of the Rounduo bead. This is a little bit tricky because you can't really see the hole sometimes. So like this. And pull. And now we're going through the Rounduo bead again. So we're going to the opposite side. So we went through the Rounduo bead this way. And now we're going through it this way. What I like to do now is that I turn around my work because I think it works easily, more easily to finish this round on the other side. Now we're going to add another row of Rounduo beads. I'm going to pick up one Rounduo bead and I'm going through the top hole of the next Rounduo bead and pull. And I'm going to do this 4 more times because I have 4 more beads. And I'm just going to add them all around like this. And I'm just going to show you this because this is not a long step to do. And now we're ending in that last Rounduo bead and pull. Now we're going through the bottom hole of the next Rounduo bead that we just added and through the top hole of the Rounduo bead that is next to that one. In that way we're ready to add our next row. We're going to add 2 seed beads, so we're going to pick up 2 seed beads and we're going through the next top hole of the next Rounduo bead and pull. We're going to pick up 2 more seed beads and we're going through the next top hole of the next Rounduo bead like this and pull. Oh, sorry. Like this. And now we're ready to add this again. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up 2 seed beads and we're going through that top hole of that Rounduo. Then we're going to pick up 2 more seed beads and we're going through the top hole of that next Rounduo bead. So in that way we're going to add these 2 seed beads next to the Rounduo beads that we just added all around. And when you've done that, I'm coming back to you. Now as you can see, I added all the seed beads around and I'm going to show you it will look like this. So all the seed beads are next to the Rounduo beads. And now we're going to step up through the next 2 seed beads. So that's the first 2 that we just added and pull. And now I'm going to pick up 4 more seed beads like this. And then I'm going through the next 2 seed beads and pull. And now we're going through the top hole of the next Rounduo bead. This can be a little bit tricky because we went through the beads a couple of more times already. And sometimes you also need to get your needle in some way in front of the hole, so that from a certain angle, so that you can stitch through it better. And then we're going through the next 2 seed beads again. Now we're going to repeat this all around. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up 4 seed beads and we're going to add these on top, so in between the 2 seed beads on top of this Rounduo bead. Then we're going through the top hole of the next Rounduo bead and we're going through the next 2 seed beads and we're going to just repeat this. So we're going to add, and I'm going to show you on the one I already made, we're just going to add like the finishing touch on the points of the star. So when you've done that, I'm coming back to you. So as you can see, I now added all the ends to the stars, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through the next 4 seed beads. So I added the last 4 seed beads here, and I also went through the top hole of the next Rounduo bead. I'm going through the next 4 seed beads, and it doesn't matter if you can do that in one time because you can just stitch through the beads. Then I'm going to pick up my crystal. In this case my crystal, you can also use any other 4mm bead. And I'm going to use 8 seed beads. So I'm going to pick up 8 seed beads. And when you pick those up, always recount if you have enough, because you don't want to have a few beads short. Then we're going through the bicone or the 4mm bead, and we're going through the next 2 seed beads. So down through the next 2 seed beads. Then we're going through the top hole of the Rounduo bead to the opposite side. So what we're going to do, we're coming out of the 2 seed beads here, and then we're going to stitch back through the Rounduo beads. So in that way we're going to make a loop in this without that you see it, that we made a loop. Then we're going through the next 2 seed beads up towards the 4mm bicone or any other 4mm bead that you use, and pull. And then we're going up through the bicone again. Now what we're going to do, we're going to stitch through all these 8 seed beads, then we're going back through the bicone, and we're going through the next 2 seed beads that we started from with going through this Rounduo bead. So we're going to end in between these seed beads here, and then I'm coming back to you. So like this. And I'm ended here in between those seed beads. So what we're going to do now, we're going to stick our needle underneath the thread, and I'm going to make a knot loop here. So stick it underneath and stick your needle in the thread, and then give it a gentle tug. I'm only making a knot here because I don't want my thread to come undone, but we're just going to stitch through some beads again. So I'm going through the next 2 seed beads, so downwards through the next 2 seed beads, and pull. And then I'm going through the bottom hole of the Rounduo bead, so not the top hole but the bottom hole, and I'm going to pull this through. And now there we have the project. So the only thing that we're going to do now, you're going to make sure that you get off your needle. You're going to get your cutters, and we're going to cut our thread. Make sure that you cut your thread as close to the beads as you can, because in that way it won't show as much. Because we rather have it not showing at all. And because we went through the beads, we don't have to worry that it will come undone. And we also have that knot to make sure that it stays. So there you have your component. Now what you're going to do, you're going to make the next component, so the other component, and then I'm going to show you how you can attach your ear hook. Okay, now we're going to attach our ear hook, and we're going to first open the ring. Now you can do this with 2 pliers or with 1 hand and then 1 plier. And we're just going to hook it on our ring. We're going to take our ear hook and we're going to attach it, and now we're just going to close it. And that's really all there is to it that you're going to do for those 2 pieces. Make sure with your pliers that you have a well closed ring, because you don't want your jewelry to fall off. And there you have the pair of earrings. So I really hope you liked this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, and I will see you the next time. Bye, have a nice day.